Oh. The old toilets are closer, so they're always going to use those before the flush toilet. Okay, well, I think we're ready to deconstruct these anyway. I think we're good to go. Set the direction on this. Okay, so plumbing, we want another lavatory. Oxygen wise, we're gonna want to have a deodorizer in here too, just for some of the gross stuff that's gonna come out of here. There's already some gross stuff coming out of here. Look, it's like some farts and stuff coming out of the ground. We want to avoid the farts if we can, so we're gonna put a deodorizer in there. Keep things nice and sanitary. It'll be nice. The air is looking pretty clean everywhere else. It looks like we're eating up all of this CO2 in here. This thing is, the carbon skimmer is working when it needs to. CO2 will naturally come down into this room pretty much, so that's a good spot for it, I think. We got some piss jugs that need to be emptied. We got plenty of piss, which is nice. And then we have an overflow of piss coming down when we don't need it. So that's there's no blockages in the sinks or the toilets. This is good. Alright, we're gonna need to plumb in this new toilet. Perfect. Okay, let's get this new toilet plumbed in. And then we should be laughing all the way to the bank. Prioritize those piss bottles on the bottom floor so you can disassemble the deodorizer there. Well, this one. They should be prioritized. We got this set to a priority 9, so we should be picking up these piss bottles. There's just a lot of it there. There's a hefty amount of piss there from all of those old algae farms, right? Okay, so in terms of using fresh water, we shouldn't be using as much now, right? We shouldn't be using as much, so it should be fine. Toilets and the sinks are all plumbed in, and now we have this water sieve whereby the pipe is currently blocked. But even though the pipe is blocked, we should be fine, right? The pipe is blocked because the inputs of the toilets, the sinks, and this scrubber don't need the water right now. But once it starts moving, it's fine. And there is a collection of shit water, or piss, as I like to call it, ready to go into the sieve at any given moment as well, right? So this overflow is working. Guys, I think we cracked the piss problem. The final solution for piss is here. That is it. That's the one. If you get some smart batteries, it'll save on coal. Okay, we'll get some smart batteries. Yeah. No, I'm a plumber at last. I finally cracked it. We finally figured it out, guys. It took some doing, but we're there. We've arrived at the place that we want to be at. The piss. Okay, we have run out of algae. So we're going to have to start looking at doing electrolyzer instead. We're going to need an electrolyzer. We're going to have to pump hydrogen into some sort of chamber. Maybe we can have a big hydrogen chamber down here. We can like empty it out and just make a big old chamber. Does that sound like a good idea? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we're going to have some overflow, right? The final P-lution mastered the piss problem. Best putting the hydrogen tank up high because it floats. Where the hydrogen floats, what, up? It doesn't fall down? It's lighter than air? Hydrogen rises. Okay. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. So what we're going to do then is we're going to get an electrolyzer here. We're going to put this bad boy... So this thing, what? It needs... Converts water into oxygen and hydrogen. Becomes idle when the area reaches maximum pressure capacity. So the output is going to be... gas. It's going to be gas output, right? Use the hydrogen generator in combination with the electrolyzer to make energy and oxygen. Electrolyzer. 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 Okay. So we're going to build this electrolyzer here. We're going to power it up. We're going to pump water into it. And then we are going to vent gas. Oh, it has no output. So it's just going to produce hydrogen that is what? It's just going to float up to the top of the base. So we're going to have to capture it at the top. So this hydrogen is just going to float up. Oh yeah, look at that. It's just outputting hydrogen. Got to build a capture chamber. Pump the hydrogen into a hydrogen generator. Yeah, well, that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we're going to have to start pumping that into a hydrogen generator. That's fine. We can do that. Okay, so hydrogen generator converts hydrogen into electrical power. So if we put this bad boy like down here in this new chamber that I've made, plug it in. And we can suck the hydrogen out of the air there. We can even use like a filter thing to just put the oxygen back into the air and then suck up all the hydrogen as it comes out. So it's gonna float right to the top, right? So like up here, should we make this like a hydrogen chamber up here or what? Because it's all gonna float up. It's gonna float up and it's gonna contaminate all of the air in the base though, right? It's too complicated. Put vents on the bottom. Yeah, we're gonna put some vents on the bottom here too, I think. So we're gonna vent it out here. So we're gonna have some airflow tiles here and here. Okay, so this bad boy, no gas intake for hydrogen. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna have a gas pump up here. Try to suck up all the hydrogen from up here, because that's where it's gonna naturally rise to. Some of it might actually break out of here too. So let's get rid of that. Put a tile here for now so that nothing goes up there and out. Just because we're gonna run out of algae eventually, right? Which we don't want to do necessarily. Okay. So, yeah, so it looks like a lot of the hydrogen is collecting up here. So if I put a gas pump here, and I power it, and then I put a gas filter. So I have this pass through a gas filter, which I will put, I guess, in here. So we want to get whatever it sucks up, we want to make sure that it outputs it back into the base, but the hydrogen is going to go down, right? So we put this here, and so the input will be from here, from this gas pipe. Okay, and then the hydrogen itself is going to go straight down to this. Right, and then this will just be the general output, right? This gas vent here. To pump the oxygen back out, because it's going to collect a bunch of stuff up there. So ideally, maybe, ow, actually, hang on a second. So ideally, we want this gas vent to be here, so it pumps back into this room, right? Better? Because that room is just going to be like almost a vacuum. Hydrogen will go everywhere. It will, but it mostly will just rise to the top here. Look, there's like quite an accumulation of it here already from this bad boy. So how is this all varying down here now, the plumbing? Okay, we're still in good shape here. So we've got plenty of fresh water for the toilets, for the CO2 scrubber, and for this electrolyzer. So we could even have another electrolyzer here. Let's have 2 electrolyzers so that we're making a lot of oxygen. Does that sound like a good idea? Plumbing, liquid pipe. We'll have 2 of them. Yeah? Boom. Just light a match. Recheck, come on, man. You need to put the hydrogen generator in its own room. The hydrogen generator is in its own room. It's down here. I think we're fine here. I think this will work. Look at all the hydrogen. We're gonna split it. I think this will be fine. I honestly think this will be fine. You think this will actually be okay? I think it'll be fine. If it doesn't work, it's fine, we'll fix it. As long as the toilets are all working, which they seem to be, and the sinks and stuff too. We've got very breathable oxygen in most of the other places around the base, so that's fine. They just got to get in there and install this equipment before this room is overwhelmed by the hydrogen. There's too much of it in there, I think. We could even airlock it all the way up so that the only thing is, though, is that we're generating all of this oxygen down here, so we don't really want to do that. But it is just rising into this room, so that's fine. It's maybe not like super future-proof, but it'll work for now, and then we can always change it around after if we need to, right? Oh, I guess one way that we could have done it is we could have like made a vacuum in here, put the electrolyzers in, then put the pump in here, so that it could suck up the oxygen, spit it out, and then everything else it could spit into the hydrogen generator. We'd have to create a vacuum in here first, though, right? Well, that may be one way of doing it. Yes? Yes to that? Okay, we'll aim to do that. Let's just get this up and running for now. This needs to be powered. Let's get this up and running for now, and then we will do that, okay? Alright, so their filter output is going to be hydrogen. Good. We have a duplicate. Let's just see who they are. Cooking, kindness, and learning. Slow learner, pacifist, loud sleeper, gastrophobia, digging, kindness, farming, and learning. Gossman. Gossman might be good, though. +5 farming is not bad, right? Farm, ranch, and research. And good digging. Okay, I'm printing Gossman. I know we don't have room for Gossman, but we can make another barracks up here, right? Should be fine. Okay. Gossman is printed. Who was waiting to be named? Who was in the list? Coal and hydrogen generators, too much power, you'll burn out your wires. Well, we're gonna get rid of the coal one eventually. Once the hydrogen is actually working, should be working pretty soon. We're gonna turn off the coal generator. So I think hydrogen we can make forever now, pretty much. So it should be fine.
You're doing great, Dad!
Been loving the streams recently.
Hey, thanks so much, Nikkei. Thanks so much for the donation, and I'm glad you're liking the streams. Hydrogen generator won't supply enough energy. Alright, okay. Who was next on the list? Does anyone remember? It was you. No, it wasn't. Wasn't Firebug one of them? Firebug is in. We added Firebug. So who was the other one? Liz That's Me. It was Liz That's Me. Liz That's Me wanted to be in on this, didn't she? Alright, where are you? Liz, that's me. You can actually be a girl that time, Liz, that's me. Liz, that's me. You're in. God damn, my memory is incredible. Okay. So the hydrogen is pumping, and we should be pumping oxygen and other stuff back out, right? Yes. It's working like a freaking tweet. It's working like a freaking tweet. Look at this. Look at this bad boy go. Bong, bong. Oh, that's great. That's really good. I like that a lot. It's nice. But there's no list. I'm a great thinker. Yeah, thanks. Unlimited power. Okay, that's good. There is some hydrogen starting to collect here as well, which is not great. So we are going to have to sort this out sooner rather than later. Let the hydrogen rise up and out of here. That's fine. We can create like a pocket up there. How is this doing? Okay, we're creating a bit of a vacuum in here. So the oxygen isn't flowing up here very freely. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's quite bad up here. But we've proven that it can work, right? So it should be fine. Okay, good. So let's deconstruct this. Door. Oh, shit. We didn't want to do that. Oh, yeah, no. The pneumatic door we wanted to deconstruct. I thought it was going to do all the pipes and everything as well. It's about to shit the bed. Is this an Earthship simulator? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. Honestly, I don't know. Okay, we want to stop pumping this hydrogen everywhere as well, but we want to make sure that we have a little bit of oxygen in here. So we're going to have to deconstruct these bad boys too. Move them down into here. I'm going to make an airlock down here. Hopefully we have enough oxygen to survive this work. So everything that we've just made, we're taking apart now in favor of putting it in here. So we're going to have a mechanized airlock here. This will be fun. We'll get this wired up. And then in here, we're going to have electrolyzers. We're going to have 3 of these bitches. But we're not going to hook them up just yet. Because I think that we're all good with the amount of... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to get 3 of these bitches set up, but we're not going to hook them up just yet. Okay, that's good. Okay, so the airlock's fine. Nobody should ever really need to come in here. This airflow tile and this airflow tile are going to have to be deconstructed so that we can put back in normal tiles. So we want to create a vacuum in here, ideally. Right, and then here we want to have a gas pump. Which can't go there for some reason, but it can go here. Okay, let's put that there. Okay, let's deconstruct these pipes and stuff as well. It's fine, it's just a little bit of water. Kind of germy water, but it's okay. How are we doing with piss? There's quite a bit of piss, isn't there? We can make more piss too. With the more duplicants we get, the more piss we'll get. So there's that about it too, right? Okay, so this no longer needs to be set up. So it's pumping out everything. Is there any hydrogen in here still? No, it's just pumping out oxygen now. So let's deconstruct that. Let's deconstruct this. Okay. I know it's a little bit of chopping and changing, but we'll get there eventually, right? How do I get fresh water? We have to treat some piss water, I think, eventually. I mean, what if we run out of piss water? Is it possible to run out of piss water? I suppose it's very possible to run out of piss water. I don't want to be the guy who runs out of piss water, but it may happen. May happen. Okay, let's stop mush bars for now. To like get better food eventually as well, but we'll do one thing at a time. Want to get everybody on these jobs right now. Okay, so let's deconstruct these wires. Gas pipe. Gas pipe. Deconstruct that bitch as well. And this bitch. Okay, good. Okay, so that needs to be powered. This all needs to be powered. But not just yet, because we're not ready for it to... Well, actually, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from powering them up. We're just not going to plumb them in yet. Okay. We want to pump everything out of here and pump it back into here. So we want to effectively create a vacuum in here. We want the gas filter to filter everything out. So we're going to create a vacuum in here, but then we're going to fill it with hydrogen. Okay, so we're going to have a gas filter set up in here. Okay, and then we're going to have this come into here like so. That go into there, and this is going to be hydrogen.
You're doing great, Dad!
And the hydrogen is going to go down like this and into here, right? Okay, so then we want to deconstruct the gas pipes that are in here. So they're not hooked up. And then we need to power this. So this is going to take a lot of CO2 and pump it into here, but that's fine, right? Okay, so this is going to be for hydrogen. Yeah? So we'll create a vacuum first. And then we'll fill it with oxygen. So that there won't be any more CO2 coming out. And this carbon skimmer should hopefully just eat up all of the CO2 as it comes out, right? Go into the pipe mode to delete them. It's easier. Can I do that? Is that doing everything? Tile. Wire. Gas pipe. Ah! Okay, yeah, it did. It worked. That's great. Okay, let's see how this works then. Okay, so we should only be disassembling these gas pipes now. Pipe is blocked. So what's that, CO2 that's in there? How come that's not pumping out? No filters selected. Ah. Okay, how is this looking now? Oh, this is great. Okay, we need to make sure that we pick up all this stuff here as well. So then it's just going to be oxygen in there. But that oxygen is going to get pumped out. but then we're gonna pump the hydrogen out of the air too. So it's just, sorry, it's gonna be oxygen and hydrogen. Great. I don't think you have storage for raw metal. Do I not? Copper? Okay, we do now. We had space for it. Okay, so how's this looking? Okay, that's almost empty. So now we should be able to pipe this stuff in. Okay, good. Are we running out of piss? I think we're fine for piss. I think we have enough piss. It's by the guys that did Don't Starve. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is by the guys who did Don't Starve. This game is great. Okay, so we're trapping a bunch of hydrogen up here. It's floating up out of the base, which is, for now, fine, I think. We want to close off the base as well, just for now, because we don't need to really expand or anything. So we're going to put an airlock here, just to prevent it from going out, but then it gives us a way out too. Yeah. So we don't want all of our oxygen escaping the base. We want to keep the base nice and oxygenated. Okay, it's quite bad in this room, but it'll get better. Especially since we're not actually producing any oxygen. Should be fine, right? And the oxygen, once it starts coming out of this room, and the hydrogen as well, then we should be in good shape. We should be pumping oxygen back around the base, and then we'll be in great shape. No? The base can still vent through the water tank. Oh, here you mean. Yeah, we'll need to close that off. That's fine, actually. This stuff can be deconstructed. We don't need these mesh tiles here or anything anymore. Perfect. Alright, so we just got to do these other jobs down here, and then we should be fine. We've got some pipe work to do. Red Skeg has to hold his breath because he's in a vacuum. Still stopped to have a chat though, which is kind of nice. Alright, so our first electrolyzer is online and working, producing the goods in this airlock. We don't want too much hydrogen escaping here, but once all this stuff has been tidied up, nobody should really need to go into this room ever again, right? And now we've got this power. So we've got a little bit of hydrogen in there, and there'll be plenty more where that came from, right? And we should just be getting a whole bunch of oxygen coming out of here. Oh, look at that. Look at these big wafts of oxygen going into the base now. That's a nice little system. I think we did it, guys. I think we've had another successful system. We're generating hydrogen power now, which is kind of nice. No? Why is it darker at nighttime when you are underground in a cavern? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answer for that one. I'm really sorry. I wish I did, but I don't. Okay, so hopefully now... Oh, yeah. Look at that room was like... Look at this oxygen now. This is great. We got a lot of oxygen in here, baby. Okay, it just has to, like, filter up to here now. Gotta keep pushing it up. Once the pressure in this room starts to increase, it'll start pushing the oxygen up into the rest of the base. And then we should be fully oxygenated in no time, right? No? Asteroid orbiting a small planet, is it? Okay, we have some automation stuff, but we're missing refined metal. So I suppose the next thing we want to do is getting get into refining, right? Smelting. So the metal refinery is our next thing. Which'll be our first step into heating up water. I'm just worried that we're gonna run out of piss. I know it seems like unbelievable that we'd ever run out of piss, but we might run out of piss, guys. There's a good chance that we'll run out of piss. Do you think we'll ever run out? The vape is so loud, sorry. Save while I'm ahead. Okay. Before disaster hits. We haven't had a single PP disaster today. Touch wood. Touch wood if there's wood near you, okay? We don't want any PP disasters. Everything seems to be working okay for once. How are we doing for germs? We're okay, actually. It's a little bit germy in here. You know what? We're a little bit germy in here because the electrolyzers, I guess the oxygen that is being produced by the electrolyzers is using germy water to begin with. So we're gonna have a germ infestation, right? Not the germs. Yeah, you need to fire. Okay, it's minimal. I know it's minimal, but is there a way that we can cleanse that water before it goes into the electrolyzer? I guess we have to like heat up the water or whatever and make it clean again. There's a way for doing it. Fresh water. I know why. I don't want to waste my fresh water though, because it's limited, right? No. Last 3 colonies I made all died of slime lung. Heated to 100 degrees C, so 2 smelters in series. All right, and 100 degrees will make it fresh again. You can make it fresh again. So polluted water we heat to 100 degrees C and then put it into the water sieve. And if it goes in there at 100 degrees, it'll just be fresh water. Crunch of the moisture from turds. I'm low on piss too. My last colony in this game died after they all contracted acute sugma. Sugma balls. When in doubt, touch your pee-pee. Right, okay. A triple airlock. I think it has to be water, not polluted. Alright, so after this... So the fresh water from this, the fresh germy water, we would use as a coolant for the smelters. Warm it up, and that'll degermify it, and then it'll come back down. And we have to, what, cool it? Or not even, it could just come back down and go straight into this, right? No? Waterfall, the water above your base, you can do it easily. This here. Yeah, I guess we can do it easily now, yeah. Well, we're fine for now, though. I don't think we need to right now. We got food. We need to build a fridge. We need to build a fridge at some point. Somewhere. I'm not sure where we're going to put it. Okay, this is good. It's starting to creep up and make this more breathable. Look, even in here, it's starting to become more breathable as well. Good. So we've minimized the air pollution to some extent inside the base, which is great. So this is going to be, this base is airtight now, kind of. So we're going to want to make it so that people can get out and mine some of this stuff, because we're going to need some of these minerals and whatnot. We got like some slime and stuff over here. Is this chlorine? Nope, polluted oxygen. So we don't know if there's any chlorine around. This is all polluted oxygen as well. So there's going to be like this layer, this slime layer. People are going to probably end up dying of slime lung. We're going to have to start refining some metals, which we'll do.
You're doing great, Dad!
What's brass and sounds like trombones? Tom Jones. You're welcome.
Thanks. That caught me off guard. Thanks so much, Body Pen. Thanks for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Mucho apreciado. Thank you. There is a little bit of hydrogen still floating around up here. Only a very small amount. 152 grams of unbreathable hydrogen. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, so research. So that was for smelting. High temperature forging. A bunker door, bunker tile, and glass forge. I don't think we need that right now. Let's start getting medical research and stuff so that if people do accidentally get slime lung, we're going to try to go up. I want to get to the surface. I want to have some goals, you know? I want some, not just relationship goals, but like life goals and game goals as well. I want to have some game goals. So I'm going to try to make it to the surface at some point. That'll be my big hoorah. Hoorah. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Athletics, cooking, and digging. Kindness, tinkering. We don't need any of these people. We just got somebody and already they don't have a bed. Am I right when I say that? We're gonna need to build another bed for somebody somewhere. We could probably extend the base out here a little bit. So we have 2. So let's like extend it out to here. We'll make this a bit bigger so that we can fit 2 more cots in there. Sound good? Game looks fun. What happened to yesterday's colony? We had a bit of a piss problem and it failed. I mean, it didn't totally fail. We could have probably recovered, but it was just kind of shitty. Or pissy. Maybe I should say it was a bit pissy. Is 3 electrolyzers enough for a colony of this size? If we get rid of these things? Because we're getting rid of them. It might not be enough. We'll have to see. Don't have a bed. Liz, that's me. Don't worry, we're working on it. We're getting you a bed ASAP. Liz, that's me. There, we have enough for another one as well if we need it. So that's good. Okay, up here, the idea was to put a mechanized airlock door at the top. So we're gonna try to keep it tight here. Mine up some of this crap. And then we're gonna have to power this too. Wow. Toxicaro. A mining dynamo. That's insane. Huh? Sugma. Sugma pianist. Sug on my pianist. My pianos. Okay. So that's fine. I don't want too many people going out there. In fact, we should probably make like it a proper airlock, right? So it goes up like that. And then we're gonna have it so that we have like another one here, right? And then we can have like a pump in there that pumps everything out except pumps the oxygen back into the airlock, but everything else out of the airlock so that it doesn't creep into the base. Trapped. They're trapped. No, they're fine, look. Oh, these guys are trapped. Yeah, you're right. Okay, down you come, boys. Okay, we gotta cap that off. We'll make this a high priority. Don't go up there. What the fuck, Toxic Arrow? Stop trying to collect this stuff. It's just a bit of sandstone, like, seriously. Okay, good. Now nobody will get stuck. Okay, so this can be deconstructed. And then we have to get some airflow in here too. Sugma balls. Okay, it's not very breathable up here, but it will be soon. Once the oxygen starts to move around the base a bit more. What? Wiki says you can kill germs in polluted water by running through 2 metal refiners. Then you can sieve it to cool it and make it clean water. Okay, cool. So polluted water can go through 2 metal refiners, and then you can put it through the sieve, and then it'll cool it and make it clean. And then that clean water can then be used to go around here and reduce the airborne germs. It is minimal, but there's quite a few germs in the air that we could probably avoid, right? We got to do some metal refining anyway, so it should be fine, right? So we need to have, is the research done? We're gonna need to have the plumbing, filtration, improved plumbing,
Big
insulated
money,
liquid
big women,
pipe.
big fun.
We need to make sure that that water stays hot, right? So it's gonna have to go through the insulated pipe to get to the water sieve here, right? We restarted, yeah, we did, yeah. We're running out of food. Oh, yeah, we are running out of food a little bit. Okay, let's continuously make some mush bars in that case. Refinement, we want 2 metal refineries. So it has to pass through 2 metal refineries? Two metal refineries. Produces refined metals from raw metal ore. Output significantly heated liquid. Refined metals are necessary. Okay. That's fine. Each refinery heats at about 40 degrees Celsius. Alright, cool. Okay, good. That's fine. We don't have... we should probably expand this out here as well to match for more storage. But what I would really like to put in here is a fridge for the food. Wow, Red Skig is really quick. Look at how quickly they built this thing as well. That's crazy. Power-wise, are we good? There doesn't seem to be enough hydrogen being pumped into this thing with 3 of these things in operation. Okay, good thing we still have the coal thing for now. How many electrolyzers is the most efficient to have to get a hydrogen generator working? Make a kitchen mess hall. Yeah, we're going to. We need to. It's kind of low on the priority list, but we're getting to the point now where we can do it. You need more pumps in the electrolyzer room. Those bugs near the mush are eating your food. That's okay. I think they're pooping coal, so it's okay. Look at this guy. A sage hatch. Looks like one of those eggs hatched finally. This thing's working okay right now, isn't it? The pump doesn't have enough pumping power. Each electrolyzer produces 1,000 Gs. Yeah, there's like not much hydrogen coming down here. Oh. That might be okay for now. We'll keep an eye on it, I guess. Okay, so power, so these wires. Okay, so we need polluted water to come up through here. Which we seem to have like a consistent amount of polluted water. Huh. So there's quite a bit of polluted water made from the waste. What else makes a lot of polluted water? The natural gas generator, but we don't have a source of natural gas around here. That thing makes polluted water too, doesn't it? Are these batteries only full because of this coal generator? This is not producing enough, is it? I don't know if we're gonna have enough polluted water to do all of this refining as well. Use the valve so you don't have the same problem as last time. I don't think we need the valve for that. I think it's fine. I think this setup we have now is fine. The toilets have been operational for some time now, which is good. Can these guys get over here? Oh, I suppose they can. Okay. So what, do we need another pump in here? And some more of these electrolyzers? Why do you need 2 metal refineries to purify water before you put it into sieve to make clean water if you can just put it in sieve to make clean water without the refineries? It's not clean water, it's germy water. You put it through the metal refineries to heat up the water to kill the germs. Because what's happening now is it's going through the sieve and then it's coming out here and it's going into the toilets and the sinks, which is fine. And the water also comes down into these electrolyzers. The electrolyzers process the water and create oxygen with them. But the oxygen that it's outputting is germy because the water that's coming out of here is still a bit germy. It's not polluted, but it just has like a small amount of germs in it. But see, now we're getting germs in the air. So like all of the oxygen that we're producing is spreading germs everywhere. So it's like not quite dirty oxygen, but it's like still sort of dirty. So the idea is to pass the water, polluted water, through both refineries to heat it up to a point where it gets rid of the germs. And then we pass that super hot polluted water back down after this to here. This turns it into clean, fresh, ungermed, cooled water. Okay, that's the goal eventually, but we're not at that point yet. Basically, because I don't think we have enough piss water. So I mean, another way that we could get piss water is just to have more duplicants. Get a couple more duplicants, but then we're going to be running out of food and stuff like that too. Healthcare, temperature modulation, liquid tuning. So this is liquid tuning. This liquid tepidizer warms large bodies of liquid. It must be fully submerged. Can we put a tepidizer into the polluted water? That's not going to help at all, is it? No? Careful with heating your base. It may ruin your mealwood production. just drink the hand sanitizer. You could vent chlorine into every room at night in order to sterilize everything. Then before morning, pump out the chlorine so the dupes don't die. That's a fucking really great idea, actually. That's really nice. Then pipe back the treated water to the water tank. You would need another tank for that. Wiki says one electrolyzer makes more hydrogen than one generator can use. So I don't understand. That's really weird. Okay, let's go for liquid tuning, even though I'm not sure. I mean, there is quite a bit of hydrogen in here. Oh, look, this is a huge pocket of hydrogen. It's just not getting into the pump. It looks like the pump is predominantly pumping oxygen and small traces. So maybe we do need another gas pump over here? This oxygen production. So there's quite a bit going out, but it's still not enough. So the pressure is quite high in here, and it's quite high in here too, but it doesn't seem to be... The base is just getting worse. Like this whole top level, like no oxygen is getting up here basically. It was really good on both of these floors for a time, and now it seems to be less so. And here was just starting to turn like greenish turquoise or whatever, and now it's gone back to purple. So I don't know, maybe we're just not producing enough? You need 2 gas pumps and 1 electrolyzer. Am I venting the gas out of the top? No, I don't think I am. It looks fine up here. I think we're airtight. I think we're airtight. Ish. I think we're airtight-ish. Okay, anyway, we're making a lot of mush bars here. Maybe we need to move away from mush bars as well, because we're still using water. I guess we use that water, the fresh water we're using for like research and making mush bars. Where's my red science packs? I don't know. Put some oxygen pumps inside the top levels. Oxygen pumps. We want to produce the oxygen down here and then pump it around. Choose a duplicate. Cooking, digging, kindness, ranching, tinkering, and farming. Creativity. Okay. We'll hang on with what we got for now. So there's quite a bit of hydrogen in here. But maybe we just need another pump then. I don't know. Maybe we just like install another pump here. And put another gas filter here too. Put it upside down. I'm gonna power this bitch. We'll get some gas. So this is gonna be another hydrogen one. And then this one here. We could pump it like up higher. Okay, well, we'll try it out. See if it works. Put the gas filter higher up. Extend the vent to the top. Well, I'll just try to get it up into this room and just see if we can pump out enough oxygen to push it around the rest of the base. See if that works. So we want hydrogen here again. To come back down in. Wow, Red Skeg is such a fast builder. Holy shit. It's insane. Hey, what's up, Jakey? How you doing? Why don't you do some decorations in the rooms? Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. I totally forgot to do decorations. We could put a blank canvas here and here. These rooms are disgusting, actually. Okay, we'll get our resident artiste on the job. Get some nice paintings in the barracks. In the barracks. In the barracks. Okay, the rest of the base seems to be functioning well though, but we are running out of air. Yeah, we're just not pumping enough oxygen out of this room. Like, this room should not have any oxygen in it whatsoever. We should be pumping it out like crazy. Okay, there's a whole bunch of oxygen getting pumped out of here now. Very, very little hydrogen. Oh yeah. Look at all that oxygen, baby. That's good. Remove the door. No, I don't want to remove the door because I don't want the hydrogen to escape. I want to lock the hydrogen in. I don't want it escaping through the base. That's why we did this. Okay, so we should be... Oh yeah, look at that. That's great. Okay, now we're pumping a whole bunch of oxygen out. Maybe we need like 1 pump per electrolyzer or something? I don't know. I don't know. Did I start a new one? Yeah, I did. Added, he didn't want CO2 in the barracks and called for a mass quote. Bon Jovi concert, yeah. The power overloads have started. Have they? Look at these paintings. Incredible. Look at these incredible paintings. Power overloads have started. Oh, look at this. So the hydrogen generator is now receiving quite a bit of hydrogen. So maybe the key was just having 3 pumps. There's still a lot of oxygen in there. We could pump it up even higher. Add a pipe to the left one too. Get rid of the vents in the floor above the coal burner. No, we need them there. We need this. We want the CO2 to fall down into there. We just need to scrub it. We need to scrub the CO2 down there. If we could get this hydrogen generator running like full speed ahead, I think we can get rid of the coal generator. And then we'll have even less CO2, right? The CO2 is not going to rise up, but it is getting like pretty clogged up in here. Breathable. That should be okay. Okay, well, it's running a little bit better than it was before anyway. At least it is running like a little bit better. So is it actually receiving more hydrogen? I can't tell. This side is just going like the fucking clappers. Holy shit. Is it because the pressure here is like not great or something? Like if I put a gas pipe like going from here, I could get it going even higher potentially? So the pressure's starting to affect there too. So let's test this out. Let's see if we can like get another one here. Let's see if that works.